This country is going to have a resetting here, and using the Biden standard of glorifying political prosecutions, Pandora's box has been opened. Whether he steps down or not, accountability is coming to him.
Okay, so that is Lindsey Graham, who warned that Donald Trump would effectively be a fascist or whatever, now loving the fact that Donald Trump will be going after his political opponents, which, as Graham says, was popularized by Joe Biden years after Donald Trump tried to get a foreign government to look into Joe Biden and possibly prosecute him, and years after chants of locking up Hillary Clinton and QAnon fantasies about summary justice, where you just line all the Democrats up against a wall and gun them all down. But it was probably Joe Biden that figured that out.
The video will continue in just a moment, but first I have a message for you. TYT needs your help. Membership is vital to survival, so please go to tyt.com/team and become a member today.
So anyway, that is what he said before the Supreme Court decision. Now, the Supreme Court has effectively said that presidents in theory can do largely whatever they want as long as they claim it's official. So we'll see going forward if Lindsey Graham's tone has shifted now. Donald Trump seems to be having a good day. He truthed, big win for our Constitution and democracy. Proud to be an American. Yeah. It's a big day for the Constitution when the Constitution finds out that it can't touch the president in any way under any circumstances. But he should be happy. He again got what he wanted, as he has virtually every day of his life, despite never once earning it. What do you think, Francesca?
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely terrifying what has happened. But it also, this is what happens when the right has a plan. And it's the reason that we all took the streets in 2016 when Donald Trump was elected and the Women's March even happened, because we saw the writing on the wall. We saw that he would appoint these extremist judges. We know about the Federalist Society. We know about Leonard Leo, who has, handpicked each of these justices specifically for their pro-corporate, anti-choice, anti-civil rights rulings, and now the further consolidation of the executive branch. And the question really is, what's the defense here? I mean, forget offense. We see the offense, which is sadly Joe Biden not being able to make it through a debate, or barely making it through a debate. But what's our strategy going forward? And there isn't one. I mean, it's just incredible. Like, the Democrats aren't corrupt. They're just feckless, and they are leaderless and rudderless. And they don't know a good thing when it smacks them in the face and it's incredibly popular, like a Bernie Sanders or an AOC.
I just thank you to the producer who just put in his most recent tweet. So Lindsey Graham says, he says, blah, 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 President Jimmy will serve the presidency and the nation well. Yeah, the nation is gonna do much better that a whining geriatric 5-year-old can do whatever he wants with no consequences whatsoever. Says that the January 6th case has been deservedly dealt a severe blow, and that from now on, presidents will be less likely to be politically persecuted by out of control state and federal officials who use the law as a political weapon. First of all, you were just bragging about how they're going to do that. You know Donald Trump still wants to do that. Donald Trump launched a coup. If you cannot prosecute a guy for trying to steal the presidency live on CNN, when could you? Well, never. You can't now, to be clear. All of the political prosecutions, he did all of those things. He stole the documents. He covered up the affair. He tried to steal Georgia. He did the fraud. I'm going to include the civil fraud stuff. He sexually abused E. Jean Carroll. He committed the fraud in New York. He did all of those things. You have no answer to the charges. You don't even try to answer the charges because you know he did it. You just like the idea that this guy who you, Lindsey Graham, identified as uniquely unqualified to be president or the standard bearer for your party keeps committing crimes in public, in full view of everyone, including those who will prosecute him. Not in a political sense, but because he is such a brazen criminal that he demands something be done. Any final thoughts before we
just imagine for 2 seconds that this was Barack Obama. Just imagine that Barack Obama appointed these three Supreme Court justices, won an election year, that he did a fraction of this. Every accusation is a confession. The idea that Joe Biden is going after his political opponents, that's a confession that they themselves want to do exactly that. And I know we're gonna launch into evidence about it.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.